Tyler he's a wonderful child. He's absolutely beautiful. He melts your heart when he walks in a room. It doesn't matter how bad your day was at work. When he comes home and smiles at you, you're like, okay, everything's better.
I knew I wanted to help kids. And the reason why I decided on adoption was because I couldn't let them go.
Every time we decide to allow a child to come into our home, we would always talk to our biological boys first, because they had to make that decision too. We needed the transition to be easy.
But when he came to me, he couldn't read. And it wasn't because of a special need that he had, other than nobody had taken the time to sit down with him and work with him in the evenings and believe in him and help him through it. So
every child that comes into the foster care system experiences trauma in one way or another. And depending on the child's age, it depends on the level of trauma they experience. So that can give them almost a label of having special needs in and of itself.
When you have children with special needs, you've got to learn that child. You've got to learn exactly what's going to make them happy, what's going to upset them, and when they did get upset, how do you handle it?
Being flexible, being open to understanding or trying to understand all of their different feelings and emotions that they're going to go through this adoption process.
Well, when you take on 5 children in your home, it does make a big adjustment in the house. And you just have to be organized.
I think that for adoptive parents that have been successful, who have adopted special needs in teens, one of the things that they need to have is flexibility.
And that they're not going to get a child with no issues, or it's not like shopping at a store for a child. That's not how it works.
I would advise anybody, just because someone has a special needs, not to say, oh, I'm not going to adopt that child that has this special need. That should be more reason for you to adopt them, because they need someone to love them, and they need someone that's going to be able to help them be successful. Just because they have a disability doesn't mean that they can't succeed.
And then they work with that worker that they've been assigned to come up with a pre-adoption study, which is their family on paper from beginning to end, their background, their upbringing, the type of child they're interested in, and then we work with other counties, private agencies to find that family a match.
I'd have to say Union County has some great social workers in the adoption program. They're there for you anytime you need to pick up the phone.
When a family adopts a child, there are support services that are available. Services to assist them with attending college. There are services to assist them with getting employment.
Even though our adoptions were final in 2008, I can pick up the phone at any time and call my social worker and if I have questions about resources out there or counselors that might be out there, or just need to talk. They're there to listen to me.
And you're in the class and you think, well, that's never going to happen to me. They're going to come in and see I'm doing this great job for them, and they're going to automatically love me and let go of all these bad things that happen. But they're people too, and they have their own minds and they have their own things to deal with.
But you look at them and you would never know the background that they came from. You know, they've had some rough, rocky foundations, but now that foundation cracks are being filled in to their getting a solid foundation to where they can be typical children now.